CR is more useful overall. Eventually, as your wizard levels up, now you want your casters to level up because they get extra spells. So that's something to keep in mind. I really hope we see a hero arrive that I can actually afford to, Okay, he takes a lot of damage there. If the guy crits him, I don't think they can crit defensively, but what I'm going to do is actually attack, because if we keep weakening him, he'll take more and more damage until we can finally burn him down. And I can keep him healed up with healing. Don't want to do healing. Let's see. How much damage? Okay, so I need to heal. Let's see. 17, so to get him back up to full. That heals 20. Let's do a Grievous Blessing. Very powerful heal. But yep, back up to full, and I could probably spam that a little bit. We're doing okay on our mana production for this stage in the game. We definitely want to up that, but it's going to be a matter of time. I'm still not quite sure what to do with Vindoland. I almost wanted to say, you know, keep growing for a while, spread around the map. It'd be nice to get maybe a Silverwork Armory going. See, the cool thing is, yeah, the upkeep is -2, but the bonus to food eventually gets to be so high as you build more and more food buildings that it actually, you get a net gold out of it. So, let's see, Granary. I think the Granary would be kind of out near the open fields, kind of like over here. So, yeah, I'm going to just build food buildings for now in the city, build it out a bit, get it growing really, really well. I could just wipe him out then, but instead of doing that, let's get more experience for this guy. Yeah, they're just kind of feeding. They're feeding my armies right now and sending these weak units in. I'm surprised I haven't seen a single Coatl. Now, why do I fear Coatls? Well, twofold. They, you know, they're actually, like, they have some obnoxious, they have some unique perks that are really good. And actually, I can't remember why. When we encounter them, though, I'll be sure to point them out. I just remember that, yeah, I've encountered them in the past, and they can be quite nasty and difficult to deal with. So, perceptive or endurance. So this guy I'm gonna leave in the back, like the back lines, kind of cleaning up any leftovers that spawn. I think I'm gonna give him perceptive, and the reason why is after he wipes out these two, he probably won't see action for a number of turns, and that's kind of a way to guarantee he's getting extra experience, even if there's nothing to fight in our homeland at the time. You do want to keep a little bit of defensive force. It doesn't need to be much, like a unit or two. Towards the end game, though, you actually do. You want to have fortresses, you want to have magic towers, and you do want to defend your back lines because you can get nasty surprises. So usually I'll do that with like maybe an archer and a cleric, but and I mean even then sometimes with fortresses, with a bunch of these things, I've been wiped by like a random event spawning a monster that was just way too big to deal with. So I don't know. It can be hard when you get your army stretched out too much, and unfortunately, it's easy to do, especially when you're like on your third or fourth world, you know, and you need to throw like massive armies. Like as you spread out to new worlds, essentially they're gonna start nailing you with just these worse and worse units to fight, like some really nasty, just out of control things, and you need to devote whole armies to taking over new territory, and eventually you can get spread too thin. So I think the solution to that is you gotta build towers and you gotta build fortresses. So it might actually be why you often see, like, you know, you saw that little the AI wanted to build a stronghold near... Actually, I want to build a stronghold near here, too. Probably... Like, looking up here, I mean, I'm not going to build much out here. I'm thinking if we put a stronghold... We need it to be kind of in shooting range of these guys, but we don't want it to be like in the swamps. I think I'm gonna put it here because that'll force them if they come through the portal, they'll have to be out in the open plains, and they'll get either nailed by that or, you know, like if they want to surround it and start attacking it, the only places they can stand are in like swampland and wide open plains. So that looks like where I'm gonna put that stronghold. And strongholds, basically the way they work, you put down a city and you convert to a stronghold, and they're just super fortresses. They're stronger than the average fortress. They're good at they're very good and hard to take. So okay, let's upgrade anyone who needs upgrades. I think it's just him. I'll pay attention though. Yeah, he's got it already. I keep dinging away at him. The thing is, he's out healing the damage this guy is doing. So unless I do a crit or two, he's always going to be like slightly off from getting killed. So, oh well. Bears are like bizarrely strong in this game. You know, you think, yeah, I mean, sure, it's a bear and bears are tough, but that seems like too much tough, you know. Especially when you can see him just appearing in front of your capital and whatnot. But let's see. Let's throw another heal his way. We'll just do... kind of want to just do a lesser heal. Yeah, I think you can outlive it. Unless I think it's crit, that would be a shame, but I'm gonna take the risk because I've been spending my mana pretty quickly, and I want to get ahead on that. All right, another settler. So we got these two built. I don't want to send them up here because it's unexplored terrain. It seems like there's wolves and such out in the woods. I don't feel all that safe sending a settler out, and especially next to the city, which will attack. I'm thinking. So basically, let's do the stronghold business. Let's send them down here just to have like that protected and sealed off from just nuisances coming through. Because they'll continue to throw a unit to us. They will never declare peace. Interesting. Okay, so what just happened? It's yeah, our another
colleague. As you must be understanding by now, the United One won't let you reach Ardania. It's my turn to try and stop you. Don't take me wrong. Personally, I don't want to serve him, but I got used to eternity, and the United One could actually take it from me. Okay, let's make it simple. I'll cast some spells here and there till you show me that you have surpassed me in magic skill. Cast a spell that I don't know, and I will leave you alone.
Alright, this is probably my favorite part of the mission. A lot of craziness goes down because of El Spirister. Or El Spirister or whatever. And yeah, this guy, he's another guy from the original Warlock. He's kind of a ghost, I guess. or a guy who chose to become a ghost so he could live forever. But yeah, he's actually a decent spellcaster faction, but you know, now he's just kind of a goon for the United One. And so what does he do? He'll terraform your land in obnoxious ways. And it gets worse and worse as time goes by. So the sooner that you impress him and get him to stop doing this nonsense, the better. Because eventually he'll start to like terraform your city and have a volcano appear next to it and other horrible things. Now there's two different chains you can do with this. I like this one. Yeah, it costs us some mana, but it tends to get you more reward. So generally speaking, when you're given two options and one asks for something and the other doesn't, do the one that asks for something because it tends to have better rewards in the end. So, okay, we're going to lose some mana, but that's cool. So, let's see. And all right, yeah, this is really nice right here. So, gold mine. Let's start making a massive, just crazy, and actually, ironically, some of the terraforming he did is good. See how that gets you plus 20% gold? He only did it on like one tile of terrain, and I'm gonna put like a like a market there. Actually, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And yeah, it means extra gold. Huzzah! So, since this is our gold city, I don't mind that much at all. And we still have plenty of food in the vicinity. We aren't gonna be hurrying for food. Let's see, where else has he messed things up? Yeah, he did it there. Now there's snowy hills. I don't care. We're not making any food there. That kind of sucks, because that's going to hurt the food production. But, fortunately, we have fertile land, so we can just undo it. Actually, I might undo it there as well. You know, just, I like it being all green and nice. And if we do it kind of down here, like, it'll open up this tile to be all green too. So, let's just undo all the damage El Spirister did. Now, that's not a big deal because, you know, I don't mind making withering plains into plains. It would have been a big deal, though, if he had, like, frozen over living land. Living land that we want to keep, anyway. So, over time, like, it gets pretty gnarly. Like, he'll, I mean, you know, he'll start summoning ridiculous lands and just, like, converting... I mean, he'll summon stuff that, like, is really just really gnarly. And... you know, like dead land and other awful things. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, I'm not going to have these guys attack first. I'm going to have the range kind of weaken them up. And what that'll do is it'll stagger him a bit. And it'll make it easier on the warriors. Because the warriors are taking some punishment from him. Largely because, you know, he is like a wizard. The wizards are good against soldiers. But yeah, we're staggering him. And I think after I take the city, that'll be the end of this. This episode's gone on pretty long, but oh, it looks like I almost can. Actually, no, you have to damage it all the way down, but it's all good. Turn or two, we're gonna take the city. So, and yeah, I just need to get a lucky crit or two on that bear, and it'll eventually die. It's yeah, it takes a while. Just, that's what you're dealing with. Okay, I'm gonna have this guy kind of hang out in our city. My plan for him is I do want him to participate in storming this, because that fortress will, it's gonna hurt us a bit. There's no other way around it. Okay, I'm also kind of watching out here. I don't want to be surprised by like a random rat man jumping out and kill my settler after he's struggled to walk all this way. So what I'm going to do is actually send this warrior back to kind of patrol the border. But yeah, you know, and eventually I'll declare, and in fact, maybe let's try that. Let's see if he'll go for some peace. Probably won't. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that just yet. I'll go for peace after I've secured this whole land, because I don't want to be at peace and have him like, you know, loo, and walk over here and, like, build a big city and start kind of aggressively taking territory from me. I don't want that. I want to be fully filled out in this whole area before we're allowed to, like, attack. Well, before I allow my men to stop attacking him, so. Oh, interesting. What does this offer? Well... okay, I wasn't going to go for peace, but he is off. That's good. 160 mana. It's like over half his mana. He's being quite generous. I think he fears us, and rightfully so. I mean, I'm gonna accept it. I hope I can get the stronghold built before he starts sending stuff through. I don't think I will. Because if I do that, then it actually, I think, like, he won't have open borders with us because we were just at war. Who knows? We'll see what happens. So I think I can actually push him. Well, let's see. Let's see if our mage can maybe just kill him outright. Not quite. I'm gonna have this guy dink him, and now let's see if the mage can finish him off. And then have a warrior take the city. That way the mage gets some experience. Alright. Now the city will defend itself a bit. You can't just walk right into it.
Attack!
So, but we'll burn it down when it turns. So, oh yeah, I wish it had kind of just.
No
that's one thing 4X
for
games
you.
really need is like a persistent orders. Like I could order this unit to kill that unit, and it will just keep shooting it and won't move. I don't know. Maybe that's not necessary. Maybe it is. So.
Warriors!
You just stay there. Yeah, here come the goblins. They'll probably have a settler right behind them. The AI can be obnoxious. I like the little kind of noises it make. I don't think you get much experience for taking over a city. I'm not sure. Let's try.
For glory and honor!
City is ours. Now, I'm not going to burn it down right away. I kind of want to hold this territory. At least until we have a settler up here. Ready to build to take over the magic herbs. So, yeah. Eventually I will, though, kind of get rid of it. So, let's see. We can build stuff. Yeah. Do we want to? No, I don't want to, like, see, it actually costs some mana to maintain it, but gives you a really good unit buff. So that's what herbs do. See, if we build shrines, it will actually harm our relationship if we destroy the city, so we can't really build a shrine here. Yeah, I say let's just get it, making gold for now, and because we're not going to keep it forever. Actually, I'm tempted to actually have it build an elven city, and then that could be the settler that we send up here. We'll have 2 elven cities, but here, I'll show you the building tree. Now, with the build tree, elves have some pretty good buildings and some pretty interesting stuff. Essentially, they're good at making magic, and they have fairly good. Well, okay, these are just like special buildings you can build on resources, but we can ignore those. You know, they're not great with food. They don't have bakeries or anything of that nature, but I really do like their knights. Their archers are okay. There are better archers than them, but they're not terrible by any means. I mean, it's worth getting, but I feel like the knights are just a stronger choice. But let's see. I also honestly like their Sky Gillians, or Geans, or how you pronounce that. They're constructs. They're basically like flying siege units, which can be quite nice. Chamber of Flight. See, most of this stuff, it kind of like gives you. It focuses more on research than on mana, which I don't know. They're more like a science faction, and honestly, like science, I really don't hurt for it. So yeah, I tend to only really need one, and I tend to only go for like the Taishar Knights. If I really want the Chamber of Flight, I might grab that. And there are a few good buildings. Like the Mana Well is actually, you get quite a lot of mana out of it. You know, +5 per turn. And Halls of Knowledge, like overall, pretty good boost. But the upkeep side, you know, they're okay. They're good at producing magic and science is basically their deal. So, anyway, that's just kind of brief tour. I will eventually tear the city down, and I think I'm going to build a human city in the ashes of it. Oh yeah, so I never like finished my Phoenix, Arizona story, but so basically like these like Protestant settlers got out there, and they were walking around. They find essentially the abandoned ruins of this enormous city with all these canals. So when they decided to settle in the land, they named it Phoenix, as if their city was rising from the ashes of this old empire. But how cool would that be? Like, to actually live in a time where you can, like, come across an ancient extinct empire? It's so cool.
Someone in need?
Oh good, our cleric is out and about. We'll get her over here. And I want to... Like, I tend to not build too many casters, but I do tend to really get generous with the upgrades. So, I'm going to upgrade her fully, because she's going to want both those. And your clerics, like, clerics, it's handy. Like, you level up as you shoot stuff, or as you heal stuff, so. Alright, now that we've conquered them, basically, I'm thinking... I'm going to start marching towards the city that we want to keep, and maybe scouting a bit. You know,
Healing to death?
We'll just start sending our way down. We might as well. Okay, what else? What else? I'm going to hold off on marching him forward, because if there's, like, a knight or a wizard or something, like, or I guess they call them warlocks. I don't want him to be caught out in the open without the healer backup. So he can wait for now. Any other?
Yes, my lord.
What is this? Arethi settlers. Recruiting is complete. Okay, that was that. I'm half tempted to grab one. I don't know. You don't need many elf cities, and again, they'll be unhappy because they're elven cities and not human cities. So, I do want to minimize the unhappiness. So, if I got two, I would use the second one for building the flying Gillians. But I'm probably gonna use catapults instead, because to be honest, they're slightly they have higher range, and even though they can't fly, they do more damage and all that. So it's almost worth just focusing on the catapults. And I'm getting there. I'm actually, as this guy grows more and more, we'll probably unlock him next turn actually. So that's my whole take on it. All right.
Warriors.
He's, I think, the last one. I'm just gonna order him to defend and end turn. So I'm gonna call that an episode. We've successfully managed. Okay, cool. That's a really good enchant, actually. That's really good. Yeah, it gives you really, like, that's gnarly. But you kind of want to, like, be sparing of it. I think it has a high upkeep cost, like 5 mana per turn. But now that's a really good one to find. So that's why you spend the mana one on that quest, because it unlocks a free random high level enchantment or a high level spell of some kind. So it's definitely worth spending 50 mana to unlock something that would take me 100 turns to get otherwise. Let's see. Okay, and then, like, you know, it's like, here you go, you get that. And then they'll keep asking you for more and more. And oh, ooh. The other thing is they send you off from this kind of difficult quest. And so, ooh, yeah, the Ice Palace. So, this one's gnarly. Ice palaces have, like, literally, like, ice queens spawn from them. And, you know, like Elsa, basically. And, from, you know, Disney's Frozen. And they're one of those monsters that can wipe your army. They do a lot of elemental damage. Yep, here we got one, alright, or Snow Queen. And, like, ooh, I think we can take her because we have some mages and healers, but I mean, look at this. 175 hit points, 17 elemental damage. She can summon snow maidens every 2 turns. And snow maidens are actually, they're like frost elves or whatever. They're pretty nasty, actually. But here's what really sucks. The Frozen Storm spell. It freezes the unit solid, and they won't be able to move for like 3 turns. So essentially, she can start freezing your army. This is kind of bad news. Yeah, and also her attacks can have a chance to stun you as well. So, yeah, big, nasty, dangerous enemy. Yeah, look, Supreme Magic Caster. Yeah, she's oosh. I'm kind of hopeful that maybe she'll step away from us and attack there. Because if she attacks the city, she will take this city and murder their entire army. So this is where you start to consider maybe using some fireballs, maybe casting. I'm actually glad that we have weakness. Weakness would be a good ability to put on her. It'll nerf her a little bit, but we also kind of wish we had some way to dispel, and that we're gonna be hurting a little bit since we don't have that for dealing with her stun. So yeah, that's probably gonna be the next episode or two, like dealing with this big nasty enemy. So hopefully she decides, no, I'm gonna go for these obnoxious elves instead and leave us alone.
Clear-eyed and ready.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna move off a little bit. Maybe she won't aggro us then. Maybe she'll focus on the Earl bowmasters and stuff, because she's bad. She's a bad news bearer. She will make you suffer.
Warriors.
So let's kind of like skirt around the edge here, and maybe what I'm hoping is that she'll move off of her snow castle and kind of go, say, after these guys, and then I can run this guy in and destroy the castle before it spawns even more. Because yes, these little snow castles or ice palaces, they will make more, and you can have like a whole army of these guys descending on you, and it's not fun. So anyway, I'm gonna call an episode here. I think, well, let's go ahead and finish the turn, then I'll call it. What we're going for here, I believe we wanted to get, like, yeah, the smithy going. Let's do it. We'll put the smithy kind of like here, because, you know, the foundry would make stuff that the smithy would use, so. And I'm wondering, like, now that we have a Snow Queen to deal with, honestly, her main weakness, I believe, is, it's gonna be our wizard. So, well, let's double check. I forget exactly what she's weak against, but, she has a little bit of resistance to elemental. Actually, like, just about everything can hurt her, I guess. So, yeah, like, priest would probably do well against her. Yeah, so that's gonna be a challenge. It's not the end of the universe. Like, am I gonna win the race to build a stronghold and kind of cut off these goblins before they overwhelm us and start building cities everywhere? What am I doing? No. Oh. Well. Ooh, that's gnarly. Yeah, see, I won't even do any damage to her. Let's step back. I didn't mean to walk right near her. Got to talking. Not watching the stupid wizard. I hope we don't accidentally aggro her. Because if we aggro her, I mean, she can take Karatirn. I mean, she can do all kinds of awful things. So, who else needs orders? You just continue to fend. I wish when you hit the fend, they just didn't keep asking, "What do I do this turn, me lord?" You know, it's like they get pretty stupid. Okay, now we're at the end of the turn. I'm gonna call an episode here. I mean, this is probably like, gosh, almost been an hour, so I get into it, you know, So, I'll see you guys next time, and we'll wrestle with the almighty Snow Queen. So, see you later.